back to the Glory Lifestyle channel. My name is Gina. So before we get started, please go ahead, like this video, and please subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow the Glory Lifestyle channel. So yeah, y'all, this morning in my quiet time, I was just praying, and I really want to open up this subject of online dating because that's where I met my husband. And back when we met each other 6 years ago, we both were extremely intentional. God was leading us. God had used people to lead us to get onto this dating platform, which was Plenty of Fish. I have no idea what that app is like now. But even back then, people were not intentional about dating. People were just, of course, on there to do whatever, meet somebody, and not have any intentions of marriage and stuff like that. But Sam and I had those intentions of finding a husband and a wife. Yeah, 3 people had said, hey, what do you think about online dating? Da, 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 da. And I was like, oh, I don't know. So I was just like, I kind of didn't think about it, but then I was like, wow, like this is a 3rd person that asked me about it. So let me see. So then from there, I was like, okay, maybe I need to really pray about this and see if this is what the Lord wants, or if he's okay with me doing this. So I took a few days and I prayed and I said, Lord, if this is something you want me to do, like, I'll have peace. And I surely had peace. So I decided to go ahead. I got on the website and set up my account, and I was intentional and detailed about myself on the website. So this one, if you guys don't know, it was free to sign up on there. I don't know what it looks like now, but it was free. And of course I had different types of people in my DMs, and so I would just swipe and pass, like, if I knew that they were not being intentional. And so whenever I met up with, or whenever Sam reached out to me, we had talked, and it was in one day. Like, it was just one day. It was the 2nd day that I had been on the dating platform. And the 2nd day, I think he reached out to me, and so yeah, he reached out. We were messaging each other, going back and forth, getting to know each other. And then I believe it was the 3rd day that we were talking, we actually FaceTimed each other, or we got on some type of video platform. I'm not sure which one. And from there, we got to see each other, on video for the first time. And I was like, oh, okay. And then from there, like, we just continued to talk. Like, we were very consistent with talking. We were very, like, intentional. And yeah, so then he quickly started talking about marriage. And I knew, I think on the 2nd day of us talking, I was like, this guy is literally talking about all the things on my prayer list for my husband, on my list for my husband, because I had one. And I had it in my phone, in my notes app. So I was just like, oh, wow. Like, I started to get scared because I was like, this probably is the guy for me. So I remember reaching out to my friends, and I said, hey, like, I've been talking to a guy that I met online, and like, things are starting to get serious in our conversation. And they were just kind of like, wow, you've been talking to him for how long? And I think it was at that point, maybe 2 weeks before I started I told like my best friend at the time instantly, but then I started like opening up to my community of believers and, small groups and stuff like that. I started telling them, I think 2 weeks after we started talking. And they were like, what? And they had so many questions. So we then met up. I'm trying to think, when did we meet up? It was maybe on week 2.5 or 3. I can't remember. But we met up, and when we met up, we instantly held hands. And so we walked around the mall like nobody could, take that smile that was off of our faces. Like we were full blown, like smiling from ear to ear, let me tell you. So we talked, we walked around, got to know each other more in person. And then, but I forgot to tell you guys this. So I had told my mom that I was going to meet Sam. And so she was just like, get me his plate number on his car. So my friend and her boyfriend at the time had gotten that off of his car. They like walked behind us, and we were doing a double date. So I should have said that too. I'm just getting ahead of myself. Excuse me. So we, we did a double date, and then, and we met at North Park Mall, which I said in we got married in 3 months video. And then after that, like we wanted to continue hanging out because it was really early in the day. So we ended up going to Top Golf, and we walked around we went to Top Golf, we went to Social House all in one day. I don't even know how. And just talked and got to know each other, and it was really nice. And so then when it got to be late, he ended up driving back to Oklahoma because he lived in Oklahoma and I was in Dallas. So that was a long drive for him. But he, I think, stopped at a friend's house in McKinney, which is north of Dallas, and met up. Yeah, they met up and hung out. But after we did the double date, the friend that lives in McKinney met with us at a pizza place that we ended up going to, Roma's, but it was in Dallas. It's no longer at that spot. So we talked there, and then I have to let I have to let Sam tell this story. And it's so funny and embarrassing at the same time, but we were sitting in his car in the parking lot of the mall because he was about to leave and drive back. But he reached for his keys, and I thought he was about to turn on his car and drive off with me. I didn't know. And so I was just like, no. And then, I don't know, I forgot what I did, but I jumped and I was like aiming to reach for the door to leave. And he was just like, what do you think that I was doing? And I was just like, I don't know. And he was just like, and so he still hangs that story over my head to this day. Like, I don't know. So we met for the first time, and like we both knew we wanted to get married, but I was like we met and we just knew, y'all. Like, I just don't even know how to explain it, because it was because the Lord was preparing my heart so much, which I need to do a separate video on that. So the Lord had just prepared my heart so much before I met Sam. And so like, it just took nothing for us to know that we wanted to get married to one another, and we knew that this was the person that the Lord was drawing us to. And so I was still scared though, like, because I was like, this is fast. Like, I've never heard of anyone going through something like this. But then once I started opening up to my community, like, people would tell me, oh, like, yeah, we got married after 1 month. Like, and I was like, what? And, or somebody would tell me 3 months. But then also too, like, there were people that were concerned, and I shared that as well. And that was challenging for me. That was really challenging. It was the people that, were important to me at the time, who, had a great spiritual impact on me. They were really concerned and taken back and had lots of questions. Wanted thing for us to slow down because I think we had gone ahead and, like, I was taking him to meet family and friends and community, and okay, so I had been taking him around to meet family and friends, and they could tell, like, our intentions were to get married and stuff. Excuse me. So Sam was in school at the time. He was in college and I was working. So I would be the one who would be carrying the family financially, or, when we were to get married. And I think people had concerns about that. They were also was concerned about me not knowing him, I guess, and meeting him online. So I had asked my mom, and he had asked my mom, and been around her, got to know her, my little brother, and my nana. Did my nana meet him before? Yeah, I think my nana met him. I can't remember if my uncle met him, because that 3 months, it came and went, like, it flew by. But I knew that I wanted to get married in June, which was so funny because we like started talking in February. And so we became official in dating, excuse me, I want to say in March. So, yeah. So I made sure to talk to my family. I sought wise counsel. Then we started counseling, pre-marriage counseling with my actual counselor. And we took like a compatibility test that took a very, very long time. And it showed that we were very compatible, and she was just, I don't know. I don't know how she felt about that, but I couldn't remember if she was shocked or, like, relieved or what, but I feel like it was one of those. And cause she'd known me I was counseling with her for about a year-ish, maybe a little bit less, before Sam and I started doing pre-marriage counseling with her. And then we also got connected with a couple to do kind of pre-marriage counseling with in the church that I was going to at the time. And they were very sweet and kind and understanding. But like my counselor and that couple who was mentoring us, they also were like, pretty much asking, like, why do we want to get married so fast? And so we were pretty much like, we love and like each other, and we don't see a point in waiting. Like, and there was nothing that was stopping us. There was nothing that was in our way. And so we were just like, why not? And so, alrighty, y'all. So I decided to cut this video up in 2 parts. And yeah, that's it. So I will see you in the next one.